Good morning, welcome back to the DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. If you're new around here, ever think about subscribing, it's free to do so and my videos will go straight into your inbox. So that's the advert over. Right, June the 16th has come and gone. We're allowed back out on the rivers. It's about a week later for me. I started work again after lockdown about a week ago now, and I had a horrible first week. Work was very different, having to clean all the time, and on my one day off I had to go and get a tooth removed. So yeah, horrible week, but this has been the light at the end of the tunnel for me. Being able to get back out on one of my favourite little barbel rivers. It's a tricky water we might not catch today, but I'm going to give it a really good go. I'm in a swim where I've caught fish from before, so just fingers crossed something happens today. Huge wrap round on the left hand rod there, it's just sprung back. We're in, lads. Up and out of that tree. We're off, no. Snap the hook link, £12. Couldn't let it get in a tree. Damn, I was redoing my other rod, so I was so distracted and oh, whatever. That's both the rods recast and back out there after that. I'm so frustrated. That could have been nothing other than a big barbel, double boilies down there, and it went away when I was filling the feeder on my right hand rod, so I couldn't get to the rod quick enough. I had my bait runner on. I shouldn't have had my bait runner on. I've turned it off now. I should just be straight on the drag, getting it out from under that tree, and £12 hook link snapped. So I'm the guy that says use heavy gear, £10 plus minimum, and I've gone and left a hook in a barbel. So fair to say, I'm not just annoyed about losing a fish, I'm now really guilty about leaving a size 6 hook in a barbel's mouth. Hopefully that'll come out with no pressure on it. It should come out eventually. But yeah, not great. I just really hope we get another chance, but I don't think it'll be for a while now, because while I was redoing those rods, a family of otters jumped in opposite me. Brilliant. So it's about 2 o'clock now. We reached halfway through the day, and hopefully now, as we're getting towards the afternoon and the evening, oh, trout coming up. As we're getting towards the afternoon and the evening, we'll get more bites. That's what I'm hoping. Typically that's what happens with barbel and chub. But this is what I was using. So big hook baits, double pellets, double boilies, size 6 wide gape, 18 inches of 12-pound mono, and that normally works for me. But not only have we been snapped by a fish, I'm also getting big wrap rounds on the rods that aren't converting into fish on the bank. And what I think that is where I'm using such a big hook bait, the fish have just mouthed it, maybe the small chub, smaller barbel, and we're not getting hooked. And at the moment, I just want to catch some fish. So this is what I'm going to. Single pellet or a single boilie if I choose, a lot closer to the hook. So if I do take the hook bait, hopefully we'll get the hook at the same time. Then the hook link is now tied from 15-pound coated braid. So not only is it stronger in poundage, but braid like this coated braid, is a lot tougher than mono. So if it gets into those trees down there, hopefully I'll be able to turn the fish. So this is what I'm going to use this afternoon, and hopefully this will put a fish on the bank. on my other rod. I'm actually trying a feeder for once. Got a big river feeder on there, slightly longer hook link with a smoky jack boilie on this time, but I'm changing hook baits as I go. And as for ground bait to put in there, I've got some of the krill super blend that you'll see I've put a lot of pellets in. I've put the pellets in whilst the ground bait was still wet, so they've softened up a little bit too, so they're really packed inside the feeder. And this is staying in the feeder for up to about an hour and then it's empty, so I'm getting a lot of time where there's particles of food washing over my hook bait, which is perfect. So yeah, this is mixed pretty much on the wet side, as wet as you can get it, but that way it packs in almost like a method mix and just slowly comes out of the feeder over top of my hook bait. Hasn't worked yet, but I'm gonna persevere the feeder this year, try and get some confidence in it. I'm more of a lead and bag man, but yeah, hopefully this will work. 'Cause big load of wind. That's annoying. It's 5 o'clock now, so really the next couple of hours could make or break this session. Well, it's 8:30 now and I think I'm going to knock it on the head now. The missed calls are mounting up on my phone, so yeah, it's time to go home. And today's been a real challenge, you know, losing that fish early and then the otters in the swim. I've even had kayaks going through. The crayfish have been mental, just destroying my hook baits within an hour, so having to recast all the time, and no doubt that that's just put the fish on edge. And maybe I should have moved swims, but today it has been really busy. I've never seen so many anglers down here, and since I got this prime piece of real estate, I figured I'd just stay here, and yeah, it's not worked, so I think I can get out later on in the week, so we might have to pick this one up another day. It's a few days later and I'm back. It's really early, it's only just gone 5. I wanted to get back in the swim, and I also wanted to get this done before the heat of the day. It's been really hot recently, so coming down here early while it's nice and cool, maybe the fish will feed more. Yeah, really want my revenge on that fish. I'm just going to use one rod because I was having to recast a lot last time because of the crayfish. So recasting 2 rods makes twice as much disturbance as one, so we'll cut it down to 1 in that productive spot where I got the run from. See what happens. Let me just show you about what I mean about the crayfish whittling away at hook baits. That was a whole smoky jack pillow about an hour ago, and now it's just bits. I think I'm going to have to just stick with hard pellets. So I've moved a couple of pegs downstream. I spent 6 hours in that spot, and although I got a bite there last time, yeah, nothing happened today, and I'm sick of feeding the crayfish. So yeah, moved down here. It's a spot I've caught from before. You quite often get chub from here, which I wouldn't mind today, so yeah, we'll give it an hour or so here and then probably move on as well. I couldn't help myself, I've moved again. All you barbel guys will know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm after lots of cover with a decent bit of current. There's a lot of river here, but a lot of it is just very sluggish, slow flowing, nothing going on. So if you find pockets like this where it narrows, so the current picks up a bit more, it's a good spot to try, so we'll give it an hour here as well. in my fourth and most likely final spot of the day, and it's the bridge pool down here. And I've been coming down here for quite a while, but I've never actually fished this pool. I've always thought it's maybe a little bit too obvious and perhaps a bit shallow. But it's been that hot recently that perhaps the fish will want this oxygenated water. It's almost like a weir pool. You're gonna have to excuse all the car noise. But yeah, maybe the fish have come up here. I don't know. It's just my best guess on a day like today. Thought that might have been a fish. Well, as typical as my luck has been going recently, my social plans for this evening have been cancelled. So I could have stayed as late as I wanted, which would have been perfect for barbel. But it has just started thundering, and looking at my weather app, that is going to happen for the next 4 hours, and I'm not going to sit here with 12-foot carbon rods pointing at the sky ready to get killed. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. This river season is not getting off to the start I wanted it to. It's our third try to try and catch a barbel, start my season off how I want to. And you might notice that the water flowing the other way. That's because I'm on a different river. The river I have been fishing, it's got about 3 meters of extra water in it. Whereas this one's only twice as deep as it should be. So yeah, I've come down here, it's a bit more manageable, and I found a nice swim here. It's a bit tight, but there's good flow, good cover, and it kind of narrows below me there. So yeah, options for later as well. Got the 2 rods out, nice big smelly hook baits in this coloured water. Man, I keep saying it, but fingers crossed. Let's hope we catch. So I did the morning in that spot for nothing. A few branches coming down, getting in the way, but yeah, other than that, nothing happened. So I've come a bit further downstream to where the current shoots around the corner here, and it's quite brutal here, very snaggy, a lot of pace, but it looks a bit deeper, and I quite fancy it during the day. There might be a barbel in here, so just 1 rod, nice big hook bait, pace wrap smoky jacks. Let's hope the fish are there. Finally into one, come on. Right, a lot of snags and stuff close in. I've got to be careful. Oh my God, can't believe it when a rod was going. I think whatever it is, it's small, but I don't care right now. Ooh. Are we joking? I just don't even know what to say. Let's get the rod back in. For the last couple of hours of the day, I've had one last move into this spot here. It's sort of a spot upstream from where I was, where I lost that fish. And yeah, I'm just hoping that maybe some fish have come up here, and as we set into the evening, perhaps they'll come on the feed. Not sure what this is, boys. Oh, good. Another stick fish. Always the stick fish. As you can probably tell, it's late now. It's just gone 9 o'clock, and really I can't give it any longer and get home in time to get myself ready for work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. And I can't believe I've had 3 tricks, 3 blanks, and to add insult I lost 2, 1 big, 1 small. Man, I'm gutted, I really am. You know, I don't set myself easy tasks, and I guess this is one of the consequences of it, that every now and again it's not going to go my way, and I really didn't want my river season to start like this, but you know, we'll get back out, we'll give it another go, and I'm sure we'll catch eventually. So subscribe for more to come. Give me a thumbs up, I need it. But yeah, good luck out there, hope you're doing better than I am, and I'll see you next time.